Champions understand that, hey, listen, there's gonna be people to my left and there's gonna be people to my right. They're gonna fall. And they're not gonna be consistent 2 months from now, 6 months from now, 1 year from now. These guys are gonna be gone. The world is full of temporarily motivated people. One of the keys to success is consistency. Time will either promote you or expose you. Hey guys, welcome to the DNG podcast, a Driven Not Given podcast. I'm your host, JC Rangel. On this episode, we're gonna talk about 2 reasons why people don't achieve what they want. You know, it's very interesting. People tend to complicate things. And in reality, it's not that complicated. It's about cutting off all of the fluff. And what are the real fundamentals of why you're not achieving something that you want, right? So with that being said, let's get into it. So here's the 2 reasons why you're probably not achieving the things that you want. Number 1, you're either not doing something right, okay? What are the fundamentals of the thing that you want to do? I'll give you an example. I used to be a realtor a long time ago, and I've got a lot of realtor friends, right? In the real estate business, here's what people do. Just sales in general, but we're gonna talk about real estate here. Here's what people do. They go, and you could apply this to whatever it is that you do. Find out what are the fundamentals? What are the MMA activities, the money-making activities? What is the stuff that's gonna move the needle, right? So, in sales, let's take realtors, for example. I do a lot of trainings at real estate offices. I've done trainings at many RE/MAX offices, Keller Williams offices, for a lot of EXP Realtors, right? So here's the situation. If you're a realtor, what you are doing is you're prospecting, okay? And you're selling. You're doing open houses. You're going door to door. Maybe you're cold calling. Maybe you're networking on Facebook, right? But what are the fundamentals? Prospecting. You are prospecting for people that want to buy and sell, and you do that through open houses. You do that through door to door, right? That is the majority of the time that a new realtor would spend their time in. For example, I'm in the solar business. I have a solar business and I teach my guys, here's the fundamentals. We sell, in our company, we sell and we build a team. We sell and recruit. Those are the 2 things. But number 1 is that we sell. So how do you sell? Here's how you sell. You learn the script and you go out there and prospect. That is the first thing that you've got to learn. You got to learn the fundamentals. You got to learn the script, the basics of solar. You got to learn the script. And guess what? You got to go out there and prospect. You got to go out there and knock on doors. You got to go out there and talk to people, whether it's knocking on doors, whether it's visiting new homeowners, whether it is whatever it is. For realtors, it's open houses. It's knocking on doors. It's cold calling, whatever the case is, right? So number 1 is that people are not doing something right. Guess what that is? That is the actions. Okay. Number 2 is that they're not doing it often enough. So let's go back to the realtor, for example. If you're a real estate agent and guess what? You're out there knocking on doors on Monday, then you take Tuesday through Sunday off. Then you come back the following week and complain to your broker, complain to your team leader. Hey, guess what? I'm not getting the results that I want. Well, probably it's because you went out there and door knocked 1 day on average throughout the week. That's why you're not getting the results that you want. It's not enough for you to do the right thing. Even if you're out there door knocking and you got a great attitude when you're door knocking, you got the right pitch, you put in the good amount of hours for the day. Guess what? You did the right activity that day. That is not enough. So you got to do the right things. Number 2 is you got to do them often enough. Right? Same thing with any industry. Let's say, for example, you want to get 6-pack abs. It is not enough for you to get motivated come Monday morning and say, hey, guess what? I'm going to eat right and I'm going to exercise and I'm going to drink a lot of water and take my vitamins on Monday. Then the rest of the week, guess what? You don't do anything. You know, the old saying says it's an apple a day that keeps a doctor away, not 7 apples on Sunday. For those of you guys that follow me for a long time, you know that that's one of my favorite lines. So guess what? You got to do the right things, which is the actions. The second thing is that you've got to do them consistently. And that is a combination that needs to be done at the same time. It is not good enough for you to also do it consistently. Let's say you go prospect. Again, going back to the real estate agent, this goes for realtors, alarm salespeople, insurance salespeople, solar professionals, right? Or anybody in sales, right? I have a credit repair business. I have a solar business and a credit repair business. My credit repair guys, guess what they do? They're prospecting realtors all the time because that's where we get our business. They call, okay, existing happy customers and ask for referrals. That is prospecting. Guess what they do? They do that consistently and persistently over an extended period of time, right? So going back to the realtor, let's say, for example, you go out there and you got the second ingredient down. You go out there and you're prospecting 5 days a week, 6 days a week, 7 days a week. Although I recommend 6 days, I'm a firm believer you got to have at least 1 day of rest. But anyways, that's another topic. So let's say you go out there and you're prospecting continuously, Monday through Saturday, right? For example, but you suck. Your pitch sucks. You never train it. You never practice it. You don't practice pitch with other people. You don't attend training. Guess what? That's not enough because you're doing the wrong activities consistently, right? Now, I'll be honest with you. I would rather that over you having a perfect pitch and not enough activity, but that's not the ingredients for success. The ingredients for success is, what are the fundamentals? Okay, here's the fundamentals. Here's what I've got to do. Okay, great. That is, guess what? That is doing the right thing. Now that you've identified what that right thing is, here's what I need to do. I must prospect. Here's the type of prospecting I'm going to do. Great. You got the pitch down. Awesome. Go out there and do the right thing. Second, you've got to be consistent with it. You've got to identify how many days a week you're going to go out there and prospect. Okay, so now that I've got the pitch down and I'm going to go prospect Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and I'm going to do an open house on Sunday. Guess what you should do? You should keep that promise to yourself, right? Because, listen, it's not that hard. Don't mess it up. Do the right thing, right? Do the right thing, which is the actions. And then guess what? Do it often enough and be consistent with it. Here's one of the things about consistency, okay? Consistency is what a champion does, right? Champions understand that, hey, listen, there's going to be people to my left and there's going to be people to my right. They're going to fall. And they're not going to be consistent 2 months from now, 6 months from now, 1 year from now. These guys are going to be gone, right? When I got started in the solar industry, for example, I told people in 1 year I will be the top of this company. 6,000 sales reps in that company, right? I will have the fastest growing team. I will have the biggest team. I will be the number one salesperson. People laughed at me. One thing that I knew is I don't have the experience that these people have, but what I do is I'm going to do the right thing better than anybody else, and I'm going to do it more consistent than everybody else, and I believe in my skills. Guess what happened? Less than a year later, that happened, right? But why? Because I knew the fundamentals. The fundamentals are do the right thing and do it often enough, right? So I hope you guys enjoy that information. It's a very simple concept. And the reason why I do these episodes short is because I want to give you guys bite-sized information, right? I don't want to make it a super long. Some of my podcasts are going to be interviews that are going to be an hour long, maybe even an hour and a half long. But some of these are going to be bite-sized things. And if it's one of those things that you take and you apply, there's a million things that you could apply to get better. But guess what? You can't apply everything at once. One of the keys to success is consistency. That is absolutely one of the keys to success. These are two things that you can focus on being consistent on a regular basis. Doing the right thing. Identify what is that right thing. Identify what is your daily method of operation for the day, right? This is what I must do. And then guess what? Keep doing it over and over. The world is full of temporarily motivated people. There's a bunch of people that will join any industry and say, I'm going to crush it. This time I'm going to do this. This time I'm going to do that. And et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. A year down the line, guess what? They're still in the same place. That's why there's an old saying that says, time will either promote you or expose you. Because most people, they're just going to give lip service. Most people, they're not serious about their goals and dreams. Most people suffer from being temporarily motivated and they're not serious about it. They're not driven. The reason why this podcast is called Driven, Not Given is because for me, I am going to interview and myself, nothing was given to me. It was straight drive. I was straight driven. And that's who I'm looking. I'm looking for the people. If only one person that watches or listens to this episode gets it, it's that person that says, hey, listen, I'm driven and I'm going to make it happen. And it's bite-sized informations. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Like it, comment, send this out to 3 or 4 people that you know. I'm going to be giving out one of my shirts here, the Driven Not Given shirt, because of this episode. So show me some love on social media. And as always, I'll see you guys at the top or from the top and on the next episode. Take care.